Across the swarming streets of Rome soars ancient ruins that instantly evoke tumbling empires and legendary spectacles of ages past, the mighty Colosseum. Since 80 AD, this freestanding amphitheater hosted gory entertainments and public executions on an unprecedented theatrical scale. Step back with us through the bold arches of this architectural feat as we unveil the hidden world behind the scenes, taming beasts, training gladiators, and satisfying the Roman appetite for choreographed violence. Towering over the eternal city for nearly 2,000 years, the mammoth amphitheater, known as the Flavian Amphitheater, has enthralled millions as one of the immutable icons of Roman engineering and spectacle. Now ubiquitously called the Colosseum, this immense elliptical edifice, engineered specifically for public entertainments of the graphic variety, continues to captivate tourists even in its crumbling yet still impressive state. Built under the Flavian Emperor Vespasian, beginning around 70 to 72 AD, the massive project conveniently repurposed prime real estate from the lavish Golden House Palace compound built by the notoriously self-aggrandizing Nero, who clearly had a penchant for overcompensation. After all, what better way to erase the legacy of an egotistic ruler than to turn his ostentatious palace into the foundations of a monument to death sport entertainment? Construction also benefited handsomely from spoils taken after crushing a Jewish revolt in Judea, proving that, as the old adage goes, one culture's rebellion provides fine fodder for another culture's foundations. In an era without heavy machinery, architectural and engineering ingenuity was fully employed to erect a mammoth freestanding ellipse measuring 620 feet long, 513 feet wide, and 159 feet tall, that readily accommodated over 50,000 eager spectators. Built to last, it required over 100,000 cubic meters of thick travertine stone, quarried from nearby Tivoli, then shipped downriver for its impressive facade alone. This was adjoined by a complex underground hypogym system used to house gladiators, animals, and mechanical lifting devices to enable sudden, surprising scene changes, because nothing bored a Roman audience faster than predictability down in the arena. The facade's 4 exterior colonnaded levels featured 80 equidistant arched entrances, named vomitoria, allowing rapid turnover for bathroom breaks between slayings. Cunning indeed was the architect who realized name branding for the exits would prevent wayward, intoxicated fans from prematurely losing their lunches during climatic moments. The arena floor featured unique mechanisms allowing transition from open spaces to flooded water features or raised platforms with minimal delay. Gone were any advantages of home turf familiarity. The hypogeum also coordinated safe delivery of exotic beasts, condemned prisoners or props, using timed elevators and hidden access tunnels, keeping the action novel and the crowds guessing. Even flooring could be switched out depending on the day's events, from raked sand to wooden plank decking. Befitting a nation that loved spectacle street theater, what transpired on the Colosseum stage reflected Roman obsession with mingling pageantry, exotic hunting trophies, and violence as popular public entertainment choreographed with macabre precision. Gladiatorial matches demonstrated awe-inspiring skill, but usually climaxed in fatalities, given rapturous cheers and thunderous applause from 50,000 citizens eager to anoint themselves arbiters over life and death with a simple thumbs-down gesture. Lions were shipped from Africa, bears from Gaul to battle beasts, and skilled warriors in close quarters, adding elements of lethal uncertainty. Up to 5,000 annual enactments attracted sponsors vying to stage increasingly outrageous death tableaus, making it the true Las Vegas of the ancient world. Though gladiatorial games faded around the 5th century AD with the empire's Christianization, the Colosseum saw sporadic reuse as housing, workshops, religious shrines, even a fortress during various medieval and Renaissance periods. But frequent lightning strikes, earthquakes, and general neglect inevitably eroded its concrete foundations, causing exterior marble cladding to weaken and collapse over time. Easily accessible building materials were opportunistically carted away by generations, leaving behind a severely deteriorated relic that only hinted at its former majesty, crafted by those ambitious engineers of antiquity whose vision could scarcely be matched until modern times. Extensive renovations in the 1990s finally rehabilitated the nearly collapsed northern and southern facades, including installation of metal brackets between remaining columns and arched entablatures for structural reinforcement. Engineers also erected supports to better withstand environmental impacts, and vibrations from heavy vehicle traffic that still rumbles loudly through central Rome's perpetually congested streets surrounding the site today. Inside, visitors can glimpse the subterranean vaulted passageways once teeming with spectacle preparations, where ghostly whispers seem to echo still, or amble along the broad arena floor trying to envision its pivotal role in appeasing the ancient Roman appetite for lavishly choreographed violence and domination. The arena conjures both inspiration at engineering possibilities and unease around moral issues, on power relations between systems, masses, and individuals that remain strikingly relevant today. The iconic Colosseum endures as the most recognizable symbol of both Roman innovative vision and public cruelty, given the vast scale of animal and human life sacrificed within its aged walls solely for the fleeting, bloodthirsty satisfaction of privileged classes. Standing in its shadow, one ponders whether similar impulses still lurk dormant within modern societies and mass entertainment cultures. Have we made true progress examining the underlying drivers of violence as amusement beyond merely refining its outward regulation? Perhaps pondering problematic monuments like the Colosseum keeps our collective conscience alert to moral crossroads societies invariably reach and help guide our steps toward more ethical decisions. Today, this crumbling edifice reminds us of Rome's former majesty, complex machinations and striking contradictions. While engineering vision produced a marvel still studied, regime cruelty sacrificed lives callously to quench society's darker impulses. What stark warnings or inspirations still emerge from the Colosseum's layered past?